Buzz's Retirement Garage. It's the March update. For anybody just tuning into this channel, this is Buzz's Retirement Garage. I'm Buzz. See the hat? I'm Buzz. Anyway, I retired at the end of September. Got vacation for October, screwed up and didn't get a Social Security check in November. So I started my Can I Retire on Social Security Only between my income and my wife's income, her spousal benefit. Can we do it, or do I need to go back to work? My goal, and this is an experiment, okay? I want to take a year and see how much I'm going to dip into my savings. My goal is to not dip into my savings at all. Let that grow. The stock market's doing great. You got 5% where you can just stick your cash all day long at 5%. Let that money grow. I don't want to touch it. Okay? If I can go a couple, 3, 4 years without touching that money, I project I'm going to live another 10 years. I'm gold. Okay? So that's my goal. I want to see what I can do. Now, I've had a couple comments. I started this in December, January, February, and now March. I had a couple comments, so I'm going to put up this sign. I do not recommend trying to retire on Social Security only. I want that to be known. I don't recommend it. This is me. This is my retirement. Please don't take anything that I'm doing or saying as something that you should be doing. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't recommend it. Is that good enough for you commenters out there that have told me repeatedly, you can't retire on Social Security? That's bad advice. Don't tell the people that. I never did tell the people that. I'm telling you my story. All right, let's get with it. Let's get down to it. So, if you remember, back in December, which I don't have on the board, I had a plus 591, okay, for the month. So what are we doing? We're taking, and hopefully you can see all this, we're taking my Social Security income monthly for me and my wife and her spousal benefit. We've got $25.20 coming in a month for me, and we have $12.57 coming in for her, a total of $3,777. I list my expenses, okay? And we're going to go over those expenses quickly. And our goal is every month, number one, to reduce expenses without, I don't want to live like a pauper. I still want to live okay. Now, I'm not going to travel. I'm not going to the south of France anytime soon. Now, old bloke, I may come to Australia one day. Look for me. But we have no plans really of going anywhere exotic. So this is our plan right now, where we're at. And we just want to put this out there so you can compare it to where you're at. And if you've got a lot of money and you're sitting pretty, good. That's great. If you're struggling and you don't know what you can do and you're not sure if you should retire, I got a couple comments. I don't know if I should retire. Well, do the same thing. Do this while you're working. Go ahead and check and make sure that your debits don't exceed your income, okay? And if you can do that and hardly touch savings, you'll still be okay. Now, I don't have $1 million. I follow Dwayne at Retire Early 500K. I've mentioned that almost every video. He started off retirement with $500,000, and he's doing quite well. I don't even have $500,000. I have a lot less than that, okay? But regardless of how much money I have, I want to see if I can go month to month to month and go for a whole year without touching my savings account too much, except for if I do want to take a travel trip, or we want to take off somewhere, or we have some type of emergency that happens with the house, we'll cover that out of our savings. But besides that, I want to see if we can do this. Okay, so let's go through it real quick. House taxes haven't changed, $417. I know a lot of you people have a lot of higher taxes than that. And I know some of you have said, I would never pay $417. I'd rather live in a van down by the river. To each his own, right? But that's what mine is, $417. House insurance, yeah, it's $50 a month. That's not bad. It's through State Farm. We talked about that before. I have a 3-bedroom ranch. It's nothing fancy. A 60 by 480 lot. Nothing fancy. But that's what our 417 is what our house taxes are, I should say. Our house insurance is $50 a month. Water, 25, 21. Okay. Electricity, 79, 69, 66. In Ohio, we can shop our own electric rates. So, long story short, the electric company, illuminating company, sets a certain fee for sending you the electricity, but we can, on our electricity and gas, we can go online to the Ohio PUCO and we can look for better rates, better terms. And right now I've got a 043, so basically 4.3 cents per kilowatt or gigawatt or whatever the hell it is, which is a great rate because the average rate is around 9 to 10 cents. I'm at 4.3 until August, and then I'm in trouble again. So universal life insurance, this is a big topic of all the comments that we've had through the months. I haven't gone to the insurance agent yet. The universal life, I'm actually paying $114 for me. We're putting an extra $30 in plus their fees. It is a 4% interest bearing account, but through my career or through our lives, the interest paid the premiums. For years and years and years and years, we never paid because the interest paid it. That's what's nice. One thing that's nice about universal life. So it's not like whole life where you're going to gain a big patch of money. That's not the way that works. Anyway, I have $200,000 on me. There's $100,000 on her. Hers is only $40 a month. I'm not really worried about that. Like I said, mine's $114. It's actually $160 when you, at the end of the day, it's $160. Why do I have that? I have $200,000. If I pass, she gets my $2520 in Social Security only. She loses her $1257. That $200,000 will carry her another 13 years until she can find a sugar daddy to supplement income. Auto insurance. Yeah, I got a good rate. I'm $50 a month on my SUV. It's 5 years old. That's a good rate. I hear from a lot of people that that's an amazing rate. So, shh, don't tell my insurance agent. Cobra insurance for January. I took Cobra. That was $560. This, I only took it for the 1 month, so it's 0-0 for February and March. Medicare, and we'll get to what I'm using right now. Medicare, my wife was $175 across the board for this year. Thank you to a couple people that commented that I had $165 or $164. I forgot the increase in January, so that's all been corrected, and I've redid the math. I remathed it. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. If you see anything that looks weird on here besides me, call it out. I don't have no problem with that. If I've got a mistake somewhere or addition, subtraction mistake, I do take my shoes off. I try to count as best I can, but things happen. So Medicare, she's at $175. She has a medical plan N, a supplemental plan N. We don't do an Advantage plan. You can watch 1,000 videos out there, pros and cons. We decided to stick with original Medicare with the supplemental N as a Nancy plan. She's right now about $89, $90 a month. I know in other parts of the U.S., that plan N or plan G are a lot higher, and I'm sure the costs will go up as we age. I will hit 65 in January, so in January I will be off my ACA plan, and I will also be on Medicare, and I will also take the N as in Nancy plan as I sit here right now. That's my plan. So she's taking a dental plan through Delta Dental at $46. She's had to use it already. It's not bad. Maybe that's something we do something different in the future, something to look at, but it's not killing me right now. Here's my ACA gap plan. So it's 0 because I had the Cobra in January, right? Now I'm at 232, 232. So the ACA is, I'm getting around, because my Social Security is about $45,340. I'm getting $819 from the government to supplement my bronze plan. I decided to go low and get bronze at 88 bucks. Add a gap plan, which is like, you know, your Aflacs. This is through United Healthcare, but it's similar to your Aflacs where they're giving you accidental and sickness insurance. If I have a heart attack, they pay out $10,000. That covers my $8,800 or $9,000 deductible that I have on my bronze plan. So if I do have a major issue before January when I turn 65, hopefully the gap plan will take care of that. I also have some vision and dental attached to that as well, $232 a month. It's kind of nice in a way because when I go to the in January, when I go to Medicare at $175 plus the end plan's going to be higher, probably for me, for a male. Males are always higher than females, it seems. You know, it's going to be a lot more than that $232. Cable internet, another big subject. Holy cow. $234. People are crapping their pants when they read that. People say, you still have internet or cable? Yeah, we do. We are working on that. I told you before, May is when we're going to, our contract is up. I asked for a 2-year contract so I wouldn't see a price increase. The contract is up in May. So very, very soon. I think I'm going to go, someone had suggested look into Sling. I may go Sling orange and blue and go with the T-Mobile internet. I think I can get that at 50 bucks. Looking into that right now. That shaves about 100 bucks off a month. Let's see what happens, but I'm looking at that. We like to watch there's some news channels that you can only get in certain apps. So like the Roku's not going to work. I don't know if the Amazon stick is going to work or whatever they call it. So we're leaning towards the Sling orange and blue. If you have any comments about that, let me know. That's a big one that we'd like to save some money. 2 cell phones at $64. I'm looking at Mint Mobile. Mint was bought out by T-Mobile. I've been reading that they're going to keep them as separate business units. For how long? I don't know. I see Mint Mobile going up a little bit higher. I could be wrong. A lot of you are on Mint Mobile or something similar at 15 bucks a month. Hey, if I get 6 months out of it or even a year, I've got some savings, okay? So I think I'm going to this month, or this coming month in April, I'm going to go ahead and make that switch. But since I have T-Mobile, that $50 internet that they're offering, it says basically I have to have a certain plan with T-Mobile. So if I go to Mint, does that internet go up higher? Do I have a savings there? I'll take a look at it. But this is taxes, title and license included at $64 for 2 phones per month. Gas for car, I was 32 in January, 18, and 48. I drove to Akron. At my old place of employment, I drove there. Daylight savings time when it changed over, I helped with some minor thing, but that was a good ride out to Akron and back. So my gas went up a little bit more, and I was probably riding on E when I only paid 18 in February. Restaurants, we went from 240 January, 300 February, only 65. And I laugh because I'm not going to call out names or whatever you call these avatars or whatever these things are on the YouTube. But yes, I do have the Wendy's app. No, I have not used it yet. But that single burger for $1 looks appetizing. So thank you. You keep bringing that up. And I'm listening to you. I got the app. Okay. But we dropped down to $65. And that was mostly Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is expensive. But what do they have there that none of these, or not many of these other places have, is they have gluten-free, okay? Their bread is gluten-free. My wife is gluten-free. She has a gluten-free allergy, if you want to call it that, intolerance to gluten. So Jersey Mike's is one of the, I mean, I wish Subway did it. Subway is stupid for not doing gluten-free. But I don't run the business, so we use Jersey Mike's, and then I think I had a McDonald's in there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did have a McDonald's, and it tasted not as good as I thought. So we're not going to do that anymore. Hey, Wendy's, remember? Okay, so veterinarian. We had a cat this couple months now. We ended up, it was a stray cat. It looks like a Russian blue.
I think I did a short on it. One of my shorts, I did a little 30-second video on him. We took her to the vet, and it cost us $217. So that's an expense that we didn't have before, and we don't expect to have again unless we have an emergency with our animals. 217 that hopefully we won't have that very often. Groceries. Now I broke down my categories because you guys kept telling me to break down the categories so that we can get a better fix on what's going on. So I'm still a little bit not as good at this shopping as I think I should be, as you want me to be. So I'm trying like hell, but I did break it down a little bit more. So groceries, total what I put in my mouth, what we put, we feed ourselves, including coffee pods and stuff like that, $921 for this month. Paper products were $61, and that's mostly Sam's Club toilet paper and Sam's Club paper towels. Okay. Soap products, we didn't have to buy any. We used the all packs, the little packs that people eat, I guess. We use those. And dishwasher, we use the, there's a thing of packs for the dishwasher that we buy. So soap was 23 bucks. Home products, 368. Now that's a little bit high because, I bought some cement, I bought some fertilizer, I bought some different things for the spring. Okay, those I fertilize twice a year. So I'm not going to have that expense until probably October or November. I usually fertilize again in October, November. And that's even, 2 times is even too much for me, but I do it. So home products, the Home Depots, the Ollie's, just different things that I was picking up. I picked up another shelf for my garage here at Sam's Club. That was 69 bucks. Just stuff like that. Pet products. Pet products is $320. Now, for the cats and the birds, I combined all that together. So your litter, your bird seed, your cat food, your wet food, your dry food, the litter I think I mentioned. I did do a video on the bird seed already. So if you want to check that out, check that out. The cat litter we're changing because cat litter is that's sort of a crime in progress. Normally it's like $25 for 40 pounds. And then you get the tracking and you get everything else. And I'm just not a fan of that. And we have some cats, okay? Let's just say that. We just picked up 2 that we found outside. So 2 plus some others that we have. You can tell we're getting up kind of high here. So anyway, the litter, I've been reading on different forums and different things that people are using that Tractor Supply horse bedding, if you want to call it that. It's got a picture of a horse and a rabbit and a cat or something. It's like $7. And basically it's just like the wood pellets you use for your grills that you put in there. Now it's supposed to be dry kilned or something to take out some exotic chemical that cats are not good for cats. So $7 for 40 pounds. We've tried it now and it's working for some of the cats. Some of them are still using the regular litter. So if I can go from 25 to 7, I think I can hit this down pretty good. I talked about the bird seed. I've got a nice little area of, I think, like 42 cents a pound, 40 cents a pound. I think I've got that under control, but I'm still looking for better deals. Look for sales. Somebody mentioned if you can find bird seed on sale, maybe you can get it 6 months worth. If you can store it, put 6 months worth away, and then you don't have to worry about that for a while. So I'm looking into that. So that's pet products. The haircut, I got to cut this hair, believe it or not, every couple months. Someone said do it myself. If I did it myself, I'd have to shave it all off, okay? And I'm going to get to that point pretty soon anyway. This top of this head, that's why I keep the hat on, because my hair looks bad. Lottery. Oh, is this a big one? Holy cow, did I get a lot of smoke from this one. I use what's called Jackpot Lottery. So I do it on my phone. It's an app. I pay like for every $30, I pay $3 or something like that for them to manage it, go out and get the tickets and do all that stuff. I know it's a big bone of contention with some of you out there. I understand that. But $136 I spent in January on Jackpocket, 102, and then I've dropped down to 68. So that's good. Now, one thing I didn't mention. Okay, you ready for this? You're going to hate me now. Some of you are going to really hate me. They have a $50 instant game in Ohio. Okay? Every month, I go out one time in a month, and I buy 2 tickets, back to back. So that's $100 I invest. So in January, I bought 2 tickets, and I won $100. So my investment was $100. I won $100, so it's break even. So I didn't report it on here. On February, I did the same thing. I spent $100. I got $100. Okay, so hey, I didn't report it for February. March, I'm still not reporting it. This is only my Jackpocket, which is $68. But look at this. These are the tickets I bought. They're $50 tickets. You can see the numbers back to back. Both of them are worth $250. So I spent $100, got $500. I'm $400 ahead on this lottery. So if you take the $400 and you take this right in here, I've already covered my lottery expenses for this year so far. So good for me, huh? All right. That's good news. Newspaper. I didn't have this. I had this in miscellaneous before, but I broke it out a little bit, and so I was paying $38 a month for the newspaper, which included the tip. Now I tend to tip a little bit high because I was a plain dealer. It's Cleveland Plain Dealer. I was a plain dealer carrier one time, and I know the work that it takes to deliver your papers, get the papers, deliver them. You're up, up crazy hours in the morning. But we're going to go ahead and cancel that paper. There's so much information you can get online now and all that. We decided, my wife and I decided that we're going to save that $38 a month and put it to something else. This is no problem for me. So we've already put the cancellation in. So in April, you won't see the $38 for that. Medicine, I broke that out. So we take some vitamins. My wife's medicine through WellCare. So on the Medicare.gov, that was one of the options, was to use WellCare, which has a $0 a month fee, and her medicines are most of them are free, like her lisinopril or whatever. Blood pressure pills from Living With Me. So yeah, she's gonna. It's only what do we got? We got $23 for the month, which included some vitamins that we take as well. So not too bad. Clothes, she got some shoes and stuff. I think it was just a pair of shoes for $33. So I'm trying to break these things out a little bit more here. But miscellaneous, so my miscellaneous is down because these numbers have gone up, right? Some for the most part. My miscellaneous was $210. That was just stupid stuff here or there or whatever, okay? So I have 2 good newses, real quick. We talked about the lottery, which I picked up a $400 profit. And I also, I think I mentioned in another video, I have what's called Ohio Savings Bank, which turned into New York Savings Bank, which just turned into Flagstar. Their stock has bottomed out. They bought Signature and Flagstar, and they overextended themselves, I guess. So I'm worried. I've been with that bank for 30 years. I'm worried that they're going to go under. Yeah, FDIC insured, but still, do I want to go through that monkey motion? So I got this coupon, and it's get a cash bonus from Fifth Third Bank, and you get $450 credited to your account if you put in $3,000. So I switched my Social Security over. Next month, I won't take credit for it this month, but next month I'll have a $450 credit. Okay, so $400 this month from the tickets, $450 next month for this right here. Now, That's going to cover me for March and April. Now I got to find something for May. I got to find a deal on something. So where does that put us? So you got the miscellaneous. So these are my spending: $47.85, $35.63, and $41.87. So December, I didn't write it because I'm running out of room. December. Oh, by the way, the whiteboard. Dan, you sent me some super thanks, a little bit of money. And another person sent me some super thanks, a little bit of money. So I used that to invest in a $30 board, which is in miscellaneous. $30 was for this new whiteboard because I wanted to break stuff out a little bit better for you guys. So where are we at? December, we were plus $591. We did all our Christmas shopping. I told you this before. Previous to that, that's when Amazon stock goes up in October because my wife is doing shopping then. That's a little tip for you. Buy Amazon stock in October. So I was down $1,000 in January. We were a plus 214 in February, and we're down 410. That cat, $200. We had a couple things here that the outdoor products, the home products, that was a little bit higher. We should have broke even, but we didn't. So our 4-month average is down $156 a month. Okay, so that's okay for me. If I'm down $156 to $200 a month, I'm okay with that, but it is going into my savings. Okay, now the ticket, okay, I picked up 400, so actually I'm minus 10 for this month. So if you want to look at it that way, I broke even for this month. But am I going to get this kind of tickets every month? No, heck no. Am I going to get this 450? Well, next month we'll put that on there. But I am down $156 a month. Don't forget, read this sign. Don't forget, okay? I'm not an advisor. I'm trying to do this on my own here just to see if it works. So that's where I'm at. Let's see how April does for us. And then I want to throw this out here real quick. You probably saw it on here. These are some of the people that I like to follow. They're not financial advisors. They're just people who have different hobbies and do different things. I've talked about a couple of them already. Steve's Retirement Corner, Retire Early, 500,000K, Dwayne. So here's a couple more that I think if you like me, you may like my interests. Okay, you may not. I don't know, but check out these people. They're cool. I like them. You get a chance. All right, so that takes care of. I believe we've wrapped this up. I think that takes care of March, and we will start compiling the data. I use Dave Ramsey's app. It's a free app. Anytime I buy anything, it's an app that you can just punch in everything, and it saves it over the course of months. You can hit the March or February or January or December tab. Everything you put in there, it's right on your phone. I like that app. Again, it's no charge. There's a lot of apps out there that do similar things, but I like this one. It's working out really well for me, so my costs are very accurate. Okay, that's where we're at. Any questions, comments, or always is. I love it. Bring them on. Until next time, next month. And don't forget, this is the only time I say this. Subscribe to this one. I don't say that ever on my videos. Subscribe to this one because if you want to get the monthly updates, sure, I do 3 months at a time, but if you want to get the monthly updates fresh, subscribe, please, so that you can get those, okay? Buzz's Retirement Garage. Have a good Easter. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday. You have a good, blessed Easter Sunday, and we will talk to you again in April. Take care.